I want to begin, though, with what happened in the speech by President Biden, Senator, when he, as has been widely reported, went off script and talked about removing Vladimir Putin as the leader of Russia.
Well, we know that this is something that the White House had not expected, because they've gone into spin to try to correct that, and also to correct his remarks that he made about troops in Ukraine when he was speaking to the troops. And one of the things that we continually see is that Joe Biden is not in charge of the decisions that are made in the White House. It appears that you've got others that are making those decisions. And, you know, Steve, I think that's part of the problem that is going on. You've got what we hear, you've got Susan Rice and Jake Sullivan and Valerie Jarrett and Barack Obama and Ron Klain, the chief of staff, and they're kind of the ones that are in charge. But as you can well expect, we don't have much communication with the White House. But when you have that kind of misspeak, it is of tremendous concern.
Well, we're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn live from Washington this morning. I do want to go back to last week and your questioning of the Supreme Court nominee Katanji Jackson Brown as a Supreme Court nominee. First of all, what did you make of the hearings?
One of the things that I did was tell her exactly what I was going to ask her. I laid it all out on Monday. And Republicans did what we said we were going to do. We gave her a very respectful hearing. And you didn't have any of the annex that you had with the Kavanaugh hearings or the Barrett hearings. So from that regard, we did exactly what we said we were going to do. We were true to form on that. And the disappointment was we could not get her to give us a straight answer on her judicial philosophy, on court packing, on CRT, on parental rights, even what's a woman? Define woman for me. And many times you will see that with a nominee that does not want to tell you what their true philosophy or true opinions are.
Sorry, I just realized I'm on. Sorry. There was a lot made nationally, Senator, about your question to Judge Brown about what is a woman. Tell me about that question and then her response as far as you're concerned.
Yes, you know, what I was doing was talking with her about parental rights, and then moved on in to talk with her about CRT in the school, because that is something that is of tremendous concern to just hundreds of parents in Tennessee. We hear about this every day. And if someone's going to be on the Supreme Court and rule on these issues, you want to know where they stand. How do they approach it? What is their filter? And she serves on the school board, where she has openly praised progressive education. And yes, it is a private school, but they teach CRT in that school. They teach a program called Woke Kindergarten. So my question to her was about that, and I couldn't get an answer, so I moved to the ruling in the Virginia Military Institute lawsuit, which ended up Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the liberal icon, wrote the decision. She wrote for the majority in that case. And in it, she said there are enduring differences between men and women. So I mentioned that case, which is a seminal women's rights case. It is taught in law schools because this is the case that allowed women into our military institutions. And I asked her where she was on that decision. She wouldn't answer me. So then I asked her, I said, well, define woman for me. And as you could see, she wouldn't do that either. And so I moved on with the rest of my question that had to do with the NCAA swimming competitions that allowed a biological male to compete with biological females.
What do you come away as far as your opinion of this nominee, and how do you think this plays out, Senator?
We will see how it's going to play out. We're a 50-50 Senate. I don't think she's going to get any Republican votes. If one Democrat decides not to vote for her, she will not be confirmed to the court. But we still have questions that we're submitting. They're trying to push her nomination forward because they're really anxious to get her confirmed and on the bench.
We're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn live from Washington. I'm going to just one more topic here. We talking about the Ukraine, and of course the president went to the Ukraine last week. We just talked about here at the top him, as has been widely reported, going off script. And then the White House came right in and literally corrected what the president had said. Let me go back to the Ukraine. This is our final topic here, Senator. Where are we in this? What's the latest?
Well, the latest is the Ukrainians are still trying to get as much support as they can out of the NATO countries and basically out of the free world. So we're going to continue to push to get what they need to defend themselves and win this war. We want to make certain Vladimir Putin loses this war.
All right, Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, I really appreciate you joining us. I know you're very busy, and I appreciate your time.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Senator Marsha Blackburn, who was lead questioner of for her position on the Judicial Committee of the United States Senate Judiciary Committee, and questioned the nominee for the Supreme Court, Katanji Brown, and again, you heard the senator's take on it. All right, we are going to transition now to local and state news quickly here.